As the bar's dim lighting flickered, casting long, menacing shadows across the room, the old man let out a soft chuckle. The sharp, piercing gaze that once struck fear in the hearts of many had faded into a gentle, almost unnoticeable squint. His body, once a well-oiled machine, now creaked and groaned with every movement. The rough, calloused hands that had once danced across the triggers of his twin revolvers were now shaky and uncertain. In the corner, a group of boisterous youngsters were making a ruckus. Their laughter filled the room, their boasts echoing off the wooden walls. The old man's eyes fixed on them. They were just kids, but they were loud and cocky, the kind who thought they owned the world. "Excuse me, old-timer," a young man slurred, knocking into the old man's chair as he returned from the restroom. He didn't apologize, just laughed it off and returned to his friends. The old man watched, his eyes narrowing. He recognized that laugh. He knew that arrogance. He had seen it in his own reflection once. A sudden commotion drew his attention back to the youngsters. One of them had pulled out a knife, brandishing it around as he boasted about some fight he'd won. The others laughed and cheered him on. The old man sighed, rising from his chair. Every bone in his body protested, but he ignored the pain. He walked over to the young men, his boots thudding softly against the wooden floor. The bar fell silent, all eyes on him. "Hey, old man, this ain't no place for you," the one with the knife sneered. The others chuckled, but there was an edge of uncertainty in their laughter. "You're right, son," the old man replied, his voice a low, gravelly rumble that echoed around the room. "This ain't no place for an old man, but it's also no place for a boy with a blade." The youngster's sneer faded, replaced by a confused scowl. "And who's going to stop me? You?" "Maybe," the old man said, his eyes never leaving the boy's face. "Or maybe you'll stop yourself." With a swift, calculated movement that belied his age, the old man snatched the knife from the young man's hand. He twirled it around expertly before slamming it into the wooden table where it quivered. He then returned to his seat, leaving behind a stunned silence. From that day forward, no one in that bar dared to underestimate the old man. The flame of his past might have dimmed, but it had not gone out. His prime might be behind him, but the badass remained. Did you enjoy that captivating short story? Don't miss out on more thrilling tales and enchanting poems. Hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to join our growing community of story lovers.